How I set up this time? Didn't know. That's why you got your hair on your body.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, sir.
See, my point.
Childish as hell.
My point.
I'm gonna dress to the wedding.
You said you're doing what at Jordan's wedding, sir?
I'm wearing a dress.
I said I'm wearing a suit.
I keep forgetting about that shit.
Yup.
Alright. Friqueshow number 26 with the homies.
Yes, sir.
Alright. So, how was y'all's weekend?
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
What did I do?
Thanks.
What did you do?
That ended the whole question.
What did I
forgot.
Well, I got fucked up. So, just kind of.
Oh, so y'all, I met my dad's like biological parents. Like we all met them at once.
So your grandparents?
Them, like my stepdad's biological parents. He's adopted.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn. Has he ever talked about that?
Not really. Like it used to take a while to process stuff, but we met their his mom and his dad on the same weekend, plus their families. So that was like very overwhelming, but it was fun. It was cool. They're cool.
John?
I worked.
Damn,
That's gonna be the same answer.
Even on the 4th?
Thanks. You know what? You're right. I was mad as hell about that. Hey, yeah, I worked on the 4th. That motherfuckers.
But he was off on the 5th.
Well, I don't work the Mondays anyway.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Still, everybody was off on the 5th. So.
But
No,
yeah,
you missed all the shit now. Ain't no reason
yeah,
to.
I worked on the 4th, man. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
It was just another day in the motherfucking factory.
Right. Alright, so that's the reason why I didn't click over to the other shit. Did y'all see that? And actually, I only saw this because I was at work, and the only thing I can do is really watch the news on the big TV. So, 99 people in Chicago were shot over the weekend.
I would say it's surprising, but Chicago kind of rough.
Chicago is kind of rough. Let me see. Alright, so this is the first time that I'm using this shit, so bear with me.
Woody weekend is known to be a violent one across Chicago. And this year, unfortunately, it is no different.
Joni is live outside CPD headquarters with the latest for us this morning. Joni?
Yeah, it goes on.
Good morning. The number of shootings in Chicago sounds like a monthly total, not a weekend total, but here they are. 99 people shot over the 4th of July holiday weekend, 17 people killed, 11 children wounded, and 2 police supervisors were shot and wounded over the weekend. Chicago police were all over the city responding to shootings, rowdy crowds, and chaos downtown. They were on the west side dispersing a crowd when shots were fired, striking a police commander in the foot and grazing a sergeant in the thigh. It's not known if those shots were random or targeted. In other incidents, children as young as 5 and 6 were shot and wounded. 12, 13, and 15-year-olds were shot. There was a shooting of 6 people in Washington Park, and 2 people were killed there. And 2 critically wounded in a drive-by in Chinatown. Elected leaders say that police have done all they can.
First of all, tell me that's not a pretty dope feature.
No, that was nice. I like that. Like that was dope.
All right. See?
That's first and foremost. That was dope. I was like, okay.
Yeah, not take away from the severity, but
Right.
yeah.
You're not getting trouble for that?
I don't know. We gonna find out.
Cite the source.
Well,
Where did
okay.
you get that source from?
Yeah, I will. Okay, when I upload it, I will.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
You're gonna be at the end of this podcast.
Work
site.
Your Honor, I'm sorry.
No, just cite the source. Like I got this from blah blah blah.
No, but that's wild though. 99
That's crazy.
fucking people. 99 people. 17 killed.
11 wounded.
11 wounded, and there was a 5, 6, 12, 13, and 15-year-old that got shot.
I mean, the world's crazy now. But it's Chicago. I mean, you gotta kind of think where we at. Like, I can see if it's like Martinsville, but this is Chicago. Now, granted, 99 is still wild over a 3-day period, but like 13, 15-year-olds, it's not surprising. Like, gangs and stuff is out there. Is it sad for sure, but
they was talking about.
I'm just glad only 7. I hate to say it this way, but I'm glad that only 17 got killed out of the 99. That's kind of
a percentile.
Yeah, that's percentage wise. That's deep. I'm glad nobody got killed. Yeah.
But you got to think this happened only on a weekend.
But okay, let's
And
also.
they're trying to say that you would think this is like a monthly number.
But
you know how bad your area has to be. Your city has to be. Just think of 99 people got shot in Martinsville.
Yeah.
And just about, bro, I would not go to work. Fuck that shit. I'm staying in this motherfucker.
But let's put it in perspective. It's hot outside. I think the death rates
You think niggas getting? Niggas said it's 99. Shit, I got your 99, nigga. Nah,
no, but seriously though, like the death rates increase and the heat plus it's Chicago, and number 2, they had a year off. It's been pretty much
from what?
From like acting like being out.
Shorty said Kobe stopped gang violence.
No. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying to be out there like out.
Nah, niggas said you can
Where
get
was
murked.
the 99 shootings?
You can get murked with this mask on, bitch.
No, I'm saying where was the shootings at? Because a lot of shootings probably have, the death rate probably has decreased as far as shootings and stuff like that since COVID. That's what I'm saying.
You think they're shooting people because they're not vaccinated?
Shut up. No, definitely not.
You see your car, bitch, nigga.
No, I don't think that's the case.
The government can't check you, but I can.
Facts.
I don't think that's the case, but
I'm just still fun. That's Kobe stopped gang violence.
no, I'm not saying that. But they didn't say this was gang violence. They just said it was shootings.
Well, if it's 99 people getting shot, I'm assuming about 50
I was
of them
about to say,
gang
what?
violence.
You
That's
think
not
there's
fair,
99 random people
Got
got
shot.
problems with each other?
And you already said Chicago a bad
I mean,
place.
it is a bad place.
So I feel like 99 shootings equal 99 gang violence. You know, whether you were a bystander and a stray bullet, still it was resulting of some kind of
Think
incident.
about this though. 99 people got shot. Only 17 were killed. Does that mean niggas was a bad, like...
They was just airing that bitch out. They didn't care, bro.
That ain't funny. That is not funny.
Right.
They was Yosemite Sam in this motherfucker.
They was. That's wild. My bad, bro. We should feel good as a motherfucker.
God damn.
Alright, let's go to something else.
There's too much laugh on the 99 shots.
Facts. Alright, question of the day. Could you truly be best friends with your significant other's best friends? Why or why not? Okay.
I feel like no, because I can't. Because I feel like you got to go through them to get to that friend. But they're already going to be best friends with that significant other.
That is true.
So it's like you'll never make it to their level of friendship.
Well, you know what made me think about this? I'm not going to say any like main details because it's gonna like say too much. But this past week I seen one of my boys,
Right.
who obviously like me and him are cool, but when we was in college, like his girlfriend would try to like be cool with me and like say if she seen me on campus, then you know she would try to talk to me and you know just like walk to whatever class, just whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of just like, all right, yeah, well, you know, you cool and all, but I mean, I'm my boy's friend, you know what I'm saying? So like, don't try to be my friend.
Was that
And no, but here's the thing: it's just like it's been certain situations where he's tried to like get me to vouch for him for her. Talking about a shitty nigga, you know what I'm saying? We talk about this shit on a lot of podcasts.
Oh.
Okay, so and that's what made me think about the question, because I seen them both like last week, and it was just like in the back of my mind, that was the only thing I could think about, was just like y'all still together, but yet like you just don't know.
Yeah.
You know, but it was like not necessarily, oh, I'm vouching for him. It was if you go back to one episode, I was talking about a story where I was asleep, but my boy hit me up and told me, you know what I'm saying, hey, if my girl hit you up, you know. Okay, so that was like the situation that I was thinking about, and it was just like, I did that just him being my boy, you know. Obviously, I mean, I didn't have to do anything. I was knocked the fuck out, so it wasn't like, you know, I could have done anything. Appreciate that. It's probably gonna fall, but anyway, so like that's what made me think about the question, was just like, because I'm so cool with him. Yes, I know on my end, I would never do anything like that, because I wouldn't want something like that happening to me.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
So what are we saying? Are we saying like,
your man being cool with me as you was cool with me?
Exactly.
Okay, because it kind of made it seem like
that's where
could
this was all time back to. It was just
okay.
like she was trying to get cool with me, and even when she did hit me up, you know, and I was knocked out. But the next morning when I saw it, I was just like, oh fuck, like, because I don't know, I didn't have plenty of my boys hit me up and say, hey, if yada yada hit you up, I'm with, and that girl ain't even think about him. You know what I'm saying?
Know, like I would want like my best friend or whatever and my significant other to be cool, to be like, oh, we can all eat dinner, we can all go out, we can all go on trips, stuff like that.
But
y'all
you can't be
cool.
a shitty person though.
No.
Because depending on the friend, like me in that situation, obviously, like.
So you saying like I'm trying to get with, or like.
No, you can't be like that friend who's just like, oh, okay, like I'm a vouch for you. I told my boy the next day, like, bro.
Oh no! But we're saying, can you truly be best friends with your significant other's best friend?
Yeah, exactly. But you got to think about a situation like that, and like you said, like you want a situation where y'all can all go out and yada yada.
And I want y'all to be cool and friends.
But what about vice versa? Would you ever feel like, what if something like ever happened? Would he tell me, or would anybody tell me?
No, I'm thinking more of like transitioning from like teenage and young adults to like, I guess we can call ourselves mature adult relationships. Like I would always want a group of friends, kind of like low key, kind of like, why did I get married? You see what I'm saying? Like we all go out, we all have fun.
Wasn't that like a movie kind of based off of motherfuckers doing wrong?
No. I think Why Did I Get Married Too had some struggles with like cheating with one couple. But what I'm saying is that basis of friendship, and like we can all sit down and talk about like, man, this happened and this happened and this has, but we all cool, you know what I'm saying? We can all go out to eat, we can all be friends. So I would want that kind of relationship between my friends and my sick. You see what I'm saying? Like let's say you and your significant other, John and his significant other, me and my significant other, Ty and her significant other, we all went somewhere. Like all y'all are cool for sure, but y'all are cool with my friend, like the girls, and then the guys are cool with the guys, or the guys are cool with the girls.
So you're just talking about it from like a just
mature,
being cool.
Yeah,
like a general, but
that's
we're
what I was
thinking.
thinking.
We're talking about your man literally being like, hey, me and John gonna be out for like 4 days in Vegas.
Matter of fact,
we're cool.
perfect example. Okay,
we're cool, we're chilling, we're that and that. Like trying to match me and your status.
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay. So.
Okay. I can see where you're coming from, Tariq.
So when I was in college, right, two of my best friends dated each other. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing: we was a part of the same circle. So that'd be like if we was all in school, right?
No, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, like all four of us hung out together.
Yeah, I get it.
And you know, somebody got into a relationship.
Yeah, I get it.
Y'all break up. Somebody's got to, choose sides. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you going?
I don't think that's up to y'all. I don't think
you choose sides at all.
Nah,
but okay, as a best friend to both people,
you ignore the situation.
Right.
You be like,
so I
that's your
wasn't wrong.
problem. That's your problem.
I used to think I was a shitty friend because I was playing neutral side. I was just.
It ain't even about being neutral. You can just ignore it. Be like,
I'm not talking about this.
Yeah, if Jane and John coming up, Jane got a problem. Hey, Jane, that's between y'all. John coming up, John, you got a problem. That's between y'all.
You use the most basic. Well, your name is John.
John Doe, Jane Doe. When they have a.
Okay, so no. All right, move on. Mental moment of the week. Name a specific period in time where if things had went different, your life would have changed for the worse.
Ooh.
I think if I was still in a relationship with one of my exes.
Ooh. The lies ain't working now.
I got
Look
one.
who's hurting now.
Your lies. No, but no, I don't know. I think that's the time for me. I mean, thank God for
is that the
unanswered prayers.
Is that the most the beneficial time period for you? Like if it would have went differently, that's the worst they could have got.
That's what
no
I'm
other
saying.
time period.
In your entire life, not necessarily about it. I'll tell you mine.
Maybe if
I'm gonna tell you mine. I got.
Also, maybe
I'll tell you mine. I'll tell you mine too.
Maybe if my dad was still with my biological dad was with my biological mom, I probably would turn out way different than I am now. Not because my mom wouldn't be the same person she is, because my dad is not the same person.
Well, you don't have to say biological mom because y'all are spitting image of each other.
But you know what I'm saying?
It don't matter.
People can't see it.
It wouldn't
but-
matter if Selena.
Shorty smiles be breaking.
Bro, that's what I was saying.
This shit huge.
No, but
I feel you
yeah.
though. I feel that.
Yeah, like I don't think I would be who I am.
You want to go first with me?
So other than that, yeah, my ex.
I can go.
Yeah.
So mine would have to go back to childhood 3rd grade if I never moved to Virginia. If my mom never moved us to Virginia. Like as I sit here right now with you guys, you know, I feel like I'm doing pretty well. But if I look back to all the people who I grew up with in the neighborhood, not gonna say their names, but
Oh damn.
One
He
out
said
of-
it was Pookie.
Right.
He said man. Said Coco all them motherfuckers.
one of them went to prison and is now a reformed Muslim after serving 4 years.
Damn.
Another one's facing life after armed robbery, attempted murder, badgering a witness. Another one's in and out of prison. One of them, my brother went back to New Jersey to get away for a little bit, worked, and found out this man been hustling, robbing people through gas stations.
Oh damn.
So these were all the
Nigga
people.
said, let me get 6 pump. Give me the fucking money, bitch.
No. See, in New Jersey, you pay the people, you give your money
Yeah,
to the people.
yeah. I didn't know that until literally last week.
Yeah.
Money to the
One of
people.
my
What?
friends is in New York. Like you give the money to the person, they pump your gas.
They pump your gas for
Oh.
you. So he would go there and he would snippet more money off. And
You
people would,
snippet more money.
yeah, like, and people would know, like, so let's say you wouldn't pay for 20, he'd probably take like 25, 30. But you wouldn't know the 5 or the 30, you wouldn't pay no mind to it. You'd like, fill it up. You didn't think how much it really came out.
What?
You'd be like, so you go there, you'd be like, all right, you give them your card. So if you give them cash, obviously they can't take that. But if
Right.
you give them your card, you'd be like, fill it up. They'll stop that junk at like 25, 57, knowing they probably could have won some more.
Hold
And they'll
on.
take that.
So you can't ask with cash.
No, you can. But if you did the card, it was
I'm
easy to
confused
rob.
about how it's stealing.
Yeah.
Because you didn't get $25. You got $25 worth of gas,
Uh-huh.
but then he charged you for 35.
How?
But you thought you paid for 25.
Oh, so he's working at the gas station.
Yes, he's working at the gas
Oh.
station.
So he would charge. So you would pay for $35.
No,
worth
you
of
would-
gas.
You would pay for 35, but
But you would.
only-
Yo, hell no. What?
So
You
that's-
tell me, bro. If I swear to God, if I ever got $10 of gas and this nigga put 5,
So that's what
I
I'm
would
saying.
see that shit. I know that.
Yeah, but people wouldn't notice, and he would just like stack up like that. Like think how many people going around in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So they would. So all my boys who we grew up with, one dude's literally facing 92 years. 92
Give him
years.
life, bro. You're not gonna make it.
Shut up. That ain't funny.
92 years. He was on court. He was on trial, and he told the witness right there in front of the judge and everybody, "I'll fucking kill you."
Damn.
And he got a. And he got.
Y'all
God
see this?
damn it. God damn
I ain't coming in and play with you.
it.
Yo,
God damn it.
You know how wild you have to be facing a murder charge and go in as your own attorney. You went in as your and that's how you started it, bro. That's fucking
Y'all think
wild.
I'm playing with y'all?
I started that video and I turned it off. It was I couldn't watch it.
It was,
I was-
it's like sad, but it's hilarious because
That's
he
what
got on
it
a
is.
whole suit looking like a
I seen
thug.
that.
Like his
I seen
hair is
that.
like, it's not even in dreads. It's like in like, I don't know, like
So do you think
Like
if he had like a
Cynthia.
ball fade that he would have gotten a
Maybe.
little bit?
He would have got a little bit of,
Nah, once you started that like that, there was no saving it.
he's like low key crazy.
You
for
should have looked
real.
up what OJ had.
Anyway, so when I look at back at all,
Right.
when I look at back at all the childhood friends I grew up on, and,
If
see,
it
and
doesn't
see
fit,
how they
gotta
are,
quit.
and see how they are, and see how their lives went, you know, I'd be thinking like I might have ended up in the same situation, especially considering where my dad is or
Damn.
was. So I think getting out of New Jersey and getting to Virginia, even though I had no family here, it was just me, my mom, and my brothers and sister. I think that was the better opportunity for us than what it would have been.
So I will say, and that's a dope ass story. Mine was my senior year of college when I had an assault and battery charge.
Here we go.
Bro.
First of all, before we talk about this story, is this gonna mess up the whole podcast like last week?
Come on, last week. It was 2 weeks ago.
No, it was last week.
No, it was last week.
Was it last week?
You
we
was
sitting there arguing about
everything.
combative.
I've been thinking about it since 2 weeks ago.
Combative. You was combative.
Hey.
He's like, you remember? He's like, I turned around and hit the girl. And you didn't understand nothing we was trying to say.
Because all you heard was the song battery. All you was stuck.
Oh. Bro,
But
you know
anyway,
how
go
much
ahead.
I threw up after that damn podcast?
Anyway, go ahead.
So it wasn't even the actual like having the assault and battery charge. Like it wasn't having to go down to jail and all that. I almost got kicked out of college.
Yeah.
Like I really had to have that talk with my mom. I went an entire month without telling her anything about the assault and battery charge.
That was probably a smart move.
Smart, but boy, when I tell you every single day, at stomach and ass, bro, I was nervous.
Well, you know, that's part of college, bro. You gotta handle stuff on your own. Like,
No.
That ain't part of damn college.
They
nigga. I
will
was
send. They
facing-
will send a letter to the house, to the
Thanks.
crib.
Say, hey, this nigga gone, though. Y'all need to come pick him up.
facts.
Like, he's still going to classes.
Yo,
Say, hey, bro, you been off my road for about 3 weeks now. you can exit.
yo.
No, but here's the thing.
Hey,
with
snitching on y'all to y'all parents like that.
No, I'm bullshit.
Nah, but I'm pretty sure they will send a letter home saying that you got kicked out or
I'm
your
pretty
termination.
sure they're gonna send
Something. Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
didn't know
saying.
they did that. I thought that went straight through you.
No, I mean it's your permanent address at the time. They have to send a letter like verifying both that you and like the school have backup. Like if the school had to go to legal, they would have sent you a
shoot.
court.
Yeah.
And that's your permanent address. Like your
She ain't
your
never get no
parents.
letter?
No. Bro, I
He
literally...
get kicked out.
Exactly. Well, no.
He ain't get no letter. Yo, he on probation until the trials are done. Cause
Bro, I was on academic probation.
There you go.
So,
Yeah, see.
I'm already, like, barely a senior.
Oh, you was.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right, okay, so that was that. Got the assault and battery charge. So now I'm, in the middle of some legal shit while I'm trying to get my grades back up, Not even that, I had a judicial review. This is what, if that had went different, would have definitely changed everything. Because I had to call my mom the night before. Just because, like, I was dead ass thinking, like, I just might get kicked out of school tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'm over here, like, I knew that I had the whole, like, racism thing on my side, but how much is that going to carry to, you actually
In court.
Yeah, well, no. We in front of, like, Ferrum's, like, HR, or not HR, but,
Nah,
the people
in
who do,
school,
like, all the
that
shit.
probably would have carried over better than like in the actual
Actual.
court.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because
Bro,
the
in
school
court,
can't. They
the
can't
day
be.
I went to court,
supposedly.
I did not give a fuck. I knew they was going to throw it out. He didn't press charges till 30 days after. You can't do that shit with assault and battery. You need to go that next day, my guy.
Immediately.
Yeah, but yeah, bro.
Think his
If I
parents
would have
ever
gotten,
pressured him to it, or he did it himself?
oh yeah, his parents racist as fuck. But I'm not gonna get into all that because
We let it go.
yeah. So yeah, went to the judicial review.
Now I got a question.
Yes.
You think it was this review process that like it could have went wrong,
Yeah, not the
Or-
actual case. That's
or
what
the
I'm.
initial action? Like if you had like you punching the guy in the face.
So you think that if I wouldn't have punched
Fam
him?
has to be more.
I think if you wouldn't have punched him, you wouldn't even been talking about this.
Yeah, but at the end of the day,
No, I think he should have punched him. Number one,
exactly.
but
It's a
I
waste of time.
also, yeah,
I
exactly.
won't coming back from that. That would be some shit like today. I would think about and just be like, yeah,
I
should've
wish,
punched
yeah,
him.
I should have punched him. Right. So I do agree that he did that. But Ferrum, I felt like Ferrum was not gonna side on his side because there's so many of them that attend that college.
So yeah, he's too melanated.
No. I'm saying it's too many of the other side that attend that college that they would have looked really bad because
The
a
descendants
lot
of
of
Caucasus.
colleges.
Nigga said it's not enough
Look
of
at
views
black
here
people.
for us to care.
The descendant of the Caucasus Mountains. That's what she talking about.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna talk shit about Ferrum. Ferrum's a good school.
No. I'm saying, but they couldn't
It's
have.
an image. You still have to.
Yeah, they have to uphold that image. Like, okay, well, this dude said this, so if it comes out, like, what if they would have kicked you out and y'all would have
And
sued?
then yeah,
Yeah, so they
Okay.
had to. That's what I'm saying. They had to kind of be like,
So I guess
okay, the
racism-
racist
So that was like the basis
things.
of it. All
Yeah,
just
that's what
like
I'm saying.
they did the review. They told me to go outside and like in 5 minutes they'd come up with their decision. I walked
Yeah.
back in. They was like damn near crying, bro.
Yeah.
Cause like the other person came in like told them like what really happened. It was like a person who had seen me punch him. Somebody on our team. I ain't gonna say no name. But he had like said everything that happened, and it was kind of I guess like that got through to them. And I was just like, thank you, nigga. Hey, teammate of the year. You feel me? All right, let's go on to something else. Freak shit of the week. So.
Man, it's so much stuff.
Sha'Carri is out the Olympics. Sha'Carri.
Yeah, you better get her name right.
I know.
You better get her name right.
I know.
Man, don't be disrespecting the queen like that.
Okay, anyways, so let's see if this works again.
This morning, Team USA's track and field team is set for Tokyo, but one of its biggest stars, Sha'Carri Richardson, is not on the roster. The high-profile sprinter had a chance to be named to a relay team, but American track officials deciding not to include her. Initially, Richardson earned her spot with this decisive first-place finish in the women's 100-meter at the U.S. Olympic Trials, going straight from the finish line right into the stands, hugging her family.
My family has kept me grounded. This year has been
I really hope I don't get in trouble for this shit.
going
You gotta cite your sources.
Just
Yeah.
cite them.
Facts.
Just cite them.
losing my
Fuck
biological
around, get a
mother,
knock on my door.
and I'm still here.
But following that
You gonna get a
emotional
paper
moment,
check talking about
a
you owe them
stunning
X
headline.
amount.
Richardson suspended
Just
from the
cite him.
team. The 21-year-old tested positive for marijuana, a banned substance.
I know what I did. I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm allowed not to do, and I still made that decision. But not making an excuse.
Richardson telling Savannah in an exclusive interview she used marijuana after learning her biological mother had died.
I like to say to my fans, and my family, and my sponsorship, the haters too, I apologize.
There was hope she could be selected to run on the women's 4x100 relay
damn, I
team.
missed it.
Her
This shit
1-month
running
suspension expiring before that
You know the
event.
rest of it.
But I'm too...
All right, so
Horse shit.
you said
Horse.
Let me stay because I know that the odds are against me here, so I'm gonna state my opinion.
I'm sorry. I'm with the Olympic Committee.
Oh, okay. I thought I was gonna be by myself. I am too.
It's.
I'm
Here's the
gonna
thing. You got a business, right?
Let's not before we get there because I know what you're gonna go with that.
Okay.
She would have been allowed to run after her suspension, which would have been in the 4x1 relay.
But that goes against their guidelines.
Their guidelines set up for what? How can you be anti marijuana laws, but then be upset about then co-sign the Olympic Committee's guidelines on marijuana?
No, it doesn't matter. This has been in place for forever.
Marijuana
Olympics,
law,
let me talk.
Slavery was in place forever, so that was just okay.
Okay.
Ooh, don't compare it to slavery.
That's what we talking here. That's what we
Don't
talking.
don't let your white side show now.
This ain't the white side. This the black side. I feel like y'all be trained the character.
No, it's not. It's
Bro, what
rules
you
are
mean?
rules.
Rules are rules, my ass.
Okay.
Rules are bad rules. Rules are put into place for people in power to submit
Okay.
to people below them.
No.
Okay.
What you mean, no? What you mean, okay?
Well, okay, that might be true, but here's the thing: is if you have to follow a certain rule. If I'm trying to get a job, right?
Right.
If I'm trying to get a job at whatever nice ass job, and I gotta stop smoking, I'm gonna stop smoking.
Exactly.
No matter what I'm sorry, bro. It becomes like
After you smoked, though, that last time. And like, oh, well, sir, you smoked. You gotta wait until 30 days. Would you reapply?
what do you mean?
They said that the time process to, like, after you, let's say you had a drug test and you failed. And they said, well, sir, we can't hire you. You gotta wait 30 days.
Well, first of all, they gotta give me the fail first, baby. I
we ain't
gotta
talking
take
about that.
detox.
We ain't talking about that.
What? That's what I'm gonna take.
Well, yeah, you're gonna take that. I would like to imagine she took it too.
You think she did though?
I would like to imagine you're not that stupid in this world to think that you wouldn't take the detox.
Well, she was stupid enough to smoke it.
Right.
In general, but you know, you can also test weed for multiple ways: piss, hair.
And they probably tested her
Hair
hair. It's
is
the
probably
Olympics.
hair is probably the hardest. Piss, you can kill water.
Yeah, you can kill water, but you would fail yours right now if they tested
Okay,
your
this
hair.
is why.
Oh, right.
This
right
is
now?
why I
Yeah,
said.
even if you did the detox, your hair would still fail.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
So-
but I think Sha'Carri was wrong because
Don't have a
it is the It is the rules of the Olympics. She knew the rules. She stated and she took accountability. We as black people try to enable other black people when they do wrong. This was something wrong that she did. She took accountability, and we sit up here be like, oh, it's okay. We think that we should live a life without rules, and that is not how life works.
That's not what I'm
You
arguing.
think that's like niggas committing crimes and then like their homeboys being like, free my nigga?
Right.
Like, bro, he didn't have to go around that store.
Right. And that's how I feel about this, because it's like, that's just saying like,
that's not the same though.
but let me say, oh, that's like your kid. This is the same because this is the Olympics. This is the
Shorty
Olympics.
was cleared. It's like saying free my nigga and he doing 15 more days afterwards. Shorty was cleared to run in the 4x1 relay and she had the faster time than all four of them. Why isn't she allowed to run? Simply because you're upset that she broke one rule in the past, but she accepted
not
that.
even bro. Even whoever runs the Olympic Twitter said like, yeah, okay, we appreciate her, you know, accepting what the fuck.
But
she
we
did.
as black people are like, oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
But
I'm not talking about whether it's okay or not.
Them as their own thing, they can't accept that because, okay, think about in the next 4 years when somebody else pops for marijuana or somebody.
If they follow that same procedure, they should be fine. If you're telling me she signed a 30-day ban, so word, she can't compete for 30 days. Cool, we'll accept that. All right, 30 days go by. Whoa, you already can compete for this 4x1. What's the problem? She did her punishment. She lost the 4x1. She lost the 100. So what's the problem with her doing the 4x1?
John, what I'm saying is it's not even about the 30 days thing. Okay, that's justifiable. Okay.
We're talking about
the Olympic Committee has to follow their.
But that's what they're talking about. The 4x1 in the Olympic.
Bro.
That's what they're talking about. They left her out was the 4x1.
Listen.
It said Sha'Carri is out the Olympics. Sha'Carri, sorry.
Yeah, she's out the Olympics.
Meaning the 100 too.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying.
So
she was out the 100.
The marijuana is for the 100, and that's what we're discussing.
No,
we're trying to jump to the 4x1.
We're discussing. No, you need to look at You need to look at it.
But they did say that she could have competed
in the 4x1.
Yeah, but we're talking about the 100.
No, but I'm talking about the 4x1. She did her punishment. She missed out on the 100. But she still could have competed in the 4x1 by all preceding legal opportunities.
If you fail a drug test for a job and you tell them, "Oh, my bad, bro, I just smoked one time last weekend." Oh,
what they gonna tell you? They gonna be like, "Hey, we got a set time."
Nah.
The Plygym does it. They be like, if you fail your drug test, they be like, you can't reapply until what time? You know, you may not know, but there's a set date. So if you fail that drug test, you can't reapply for that set date. So
okay, well, think about it like this.
But
if you failed the drug test for the Olympics, you can't.
But she could have.
You can't reapply. You know what I'm saying? You can't come back until the next 4 years.
No, she could have. She could have came back then because she did her ban. Her 30-day ban. She would have been able to run in the 4x1. That's what this commotion's about. This one. That's why she can't compete in the Olympics because they didn't sign her on for the 4x1 relay.
So you're saying that it's because the actual Olympic Committee put her on a ban and then later on overturned that and said, hey,
no,
this is our rule.
She missed her 100. The Olympics is X amount of days away, 28, 29, whatever. But it's X amount of days away. And she could not run the 100, which is on, let's say, the 29th day. Or the 29th day. Then the 30th day is whatever. And then the 4x1 is on the 31st day. From the time period that she accepted and signed that ban. So on that 31st day, she already did her punishment. So she should have been allowed to run the 4x1. Why? Because her time still pressed faster than any other women from US.
Maybe in 30 days, give her another piss test or give her another drug test.
Which everybody would have been fine with if she got that option. Okay. But you also have to submit your people by then. But they wouldn't even take that into consideration. That was the issue with it. Everybody knows she fucked up on the first one. I'm not going against that. What I'm going against is the committee saying no, she can't run in the 4x1 because of the 100.
But they can't count that time because that time is disqualified.
But she's still a qualifier.
But that time is whatever is prior. It's prior. Whatever is prior.
It doesn't matter about that.
If she smoked in a 100 and she got disqualified for the 100, they cannot count that time for the 4x1.
Do you know how
that's common sense?
Do you know how to get the 4x1?
What?
They don't run a 4x1 relay.
Exactly. They pick the highest out of the 100.
How did the people how did the person get her time? Get Sha'Carri's spot.
They picked the high. How you know them motherfuckers want to run against each other?
They know what I'm talking about. You get time. You don't care who you.
But
I'm
sorry, I'm going off from the
Yeah, you get the time tracked.
But the time is disqualified. Her 100 is disqualified regardless. Her time is disqualified. It's not there.
But it doesn't matter about the time.
Yes, it does.
No, the committee could have allowed her because when
so what? Run again?
In the 4x1.
But you said they not doing the they not running against the 4x1. They doing it versus the time.
But they know what she's about, so they could have allowed.
They
her.
know what she's about, but her time is disqualified.
But even if it's disqualified, they can still. How do you think you get invites to these meets?
Her time is disqualified.
Her time can be disqualified all at once, but your reputation precedes yourself. Do you think Usain Bolt qualifies? Do you think he ever qualified after he won his 2 first gold medals?
Wait, that's not what we're talking about.
But that's
we're talking about drugs. That's disqualified.
But that's what I'm saying. They may disqualified her time, but her reputation still could have carried her.
But they can't let her do it because her time is disqualified.
They could have let her do it. That's why it was a decision.
But that would be them going against their own.
No, because they made her sign the 30-day ban. So since she took the 30-day ban, and that's what they told her. Hey, you either sign this or you never compete in the Olympics.
So like I said,
again, meaning that she can go the next 4 years.
Yeah, she can go to the next 4 years. That's not the issue. What the people are upset about with the video clip you just played, and why it caused disturbance was because she could have still competed.
But her time is disqualified from the USA.
She still could have competed.
What you're saying doesn't make sense because if she got caught smoking marijuana on the 100 relay, I don't care. I mean, yeah, we know marijuana make you slower, but it doesn't mean.
It's not about the drug.
Okay.
It's about that she could have disqualified. This is why it was a decision. Like, that's what I'm telling you. Like, she could have still erased. It was up to the committee. Like, if you play it back, you'll listen to it. They said it
was up to the committee. But
so the committee,
they can't just go back.
They can't go back.
Rule-wise or pride-wise?
Think about how many people are in the Olympics, John.
Rule-wise or pride-wise?
You can't win this argument.
Rule-wise.
They could have, though. That's what I'm saying, because it was a decision.
But think about how much pride you've taken in being a part of this Olympic committee.
So if you're telling me it's pride, it's
off of all these rules.
Regardless, she shouldn't have done it. She fucked up. Period.
Okay, let's go into something else. It's starting to get stupid. Talking about something else stupid. My punk ass ex hit me up. Yeah. Well, we probably should have been talking about this like a month ago, but Is
it because she seen the pics?
I believe so. Because
Probably.
like she sent me a message saying, "Why'd you block me?" and then sent a follow-up message saying, "Oh, I see you in a relationship now. I won't overstep," or something like that. And I just
liked the message and kept going. That's what
I didn't like the message. I just read the shit.
I don't know.
It was in my message request though, but I didn't see it until the other day, and it was from like sometime last month.
I would have liked the message and kept going. I mean,
why do I have to respond back?
No. I'm saying that's what I would have done.
That's because you toxic.
Yeah, and I am. I would have liked the message and just been like, forget it.
I don't entertain it.
I'm with you.
Nope.
I'm with you.
Peace of mind.
No, I get it. I respect you for it, but I guess that's just me being the woman I am.
Yeah, but
could have just said woman.
I mean, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, you're going to want to feel like, because I mean, if I would have said anything back, I wouldn't have said nothing. I would have just
that girl
probably would have committed suicide. No, I wouldn't have hearted the message. I would have literally told her.
Why you had to go that far?
Please don't kill yourself.
Why would you have to go that far?
Why would I?
Think that just would have been me. I would have been like, yeah, and you see that you was doing some crazy shit. Like, next. Thank you. Next.
Okay. And see, this is why I choose peace over violence. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'll get hectic with it. But
I should have said, thank you for noticing that I'm in a relationship. That's what I would have said.
But why say anything at all?
That's just because I'm petty. But
like, why be petty?
Because that's just me.
Why does it have to have a response?
It doesn't. I'm trying to get to that level. I'm not there yet.
I'm at that level.
I can admit
I just don't need to respond back to certain shit. Anyways, I'm not going to get into all that.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I'm not there yet.
Well, okay. I mean, not that I feel like I'm wrong, because obviously I'm not wrong for not saying anything.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying what I would have done, and I'm not there. I'm not at your maturity level yet.
Well, here's the thing: is like I'm happy now. Okay, why would you have to even like say anything to me?
Jealousy.
Facts. And that's why I would have said thank you. Thank you for noticing.
If you're blocked,
I mean, but
you're blocked for a reason.
Garnish a response.
No, it doesn't. But I'm saying for me.
What? Well,
No, he's saying you're right.
Yeah, I'm saying you're right. Like, she responded because of
Oh,
jealousy.
okay.
But I'm just saying it doesn't garnish a response because it's unnecessary from your perspective.
Yeah, but for me, as a point in my life right now, I've been like, thank you for noticing.
Bro, okay.
And then I wouldn't reply because then that makes them even more upset.
And this is the only thing that I
Because that's
really
just
will
me.
like say about
Is that just you?
You think about
I'm
like,
not saying that's just me in this. I guess.
What if they would have killed themselves like you said?
y'all stop
No, I
going back
wouldn't.
and forth.
But he's saying that's how he would have responded. Go kill yourself.
No.
I would have said.
What if they would have took
For
your words
this
and would've
reason.
heard about it?
For this reason.
They could have been heard
Y'all
about the
shut
message they
fuck up.
sent.
Y'all niggas gonna be
Sorry.
I've been talking. You know what's crazy? I listened to the podcast from last week. There was a 3-minute long part where I was literally just saying, okay, well, all right, and like y'all just kept talking over me. Y'all was just going back and forth.
Is this
No.
Is this the time period for a review on us?
Huh?
Is this the time period for a review?
It's not. But
That's
here's the
fucked
reason. Here's the reason why I said that, Jordan. You don't understand. Like, as a guy,
Guys are different.
guys are different.
That's what I'm saying.
So when you care about something, and that something, you know what I'm saying, just completely like fucks you over. Okay, now that fucks with you, you know. But not even that. The reason why I go to like the whole like just go kill yourself, you know. Obviously, if she killed herself, it would be sad, you know. But
You going to prison?
who going?
You
Why?
inciting that?
Yeah, they're gonna go through your
Yeah, they're gonna go through a message. That incites it. Yeah, you get.
Oh well, I
get
thought you meant like me saying it on this podcast. No, I didn't.
No,
say anything back to her.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you would have, and she done that, you said, yeah, it would have been sad. But no, you going down for that. They would have got you for
Bullying.
inciting. Yep. And they would have got you for inciting that type of violence. It would have been like, I can't remember what degree of murder it is.
If this gets 1,000
Probably
listens,
third.
I think it is third.
if this gets 1,000 listens, I'll tell her to kill herself.
Yo, check. No, we not.
I'm bullshitting, bro. Yeah. But anyway, so like, here's the thing. As a man, you can only take so much. You want to talk about like somebody really just like, not even doing wrong in the fact of like, or in the act of like cheating or something like that. Just like every single day being told like, you'll never find a love like this. But it's hella manipulative.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, as the woman I am, and if the shoe was on the other foot as far as that person doing me wrong, I probably would have said thank you for noticing, and then that would have been my last response.
No, but see, that's the thing. It's like me as a person, I had to get out of a situation where I'm sorry, my anxiety is awful.
Mine too, yeah. I get it.
I mean, just different shit. So I don't want to revisit certain stuff.
But
and
see, I'm the type of person.
I don't deserve, or certain people don't deserve a response from me.
Yeah, and I'm the type of person that faces my problems head on. So I'm the type of person that if my ex texts me, we can have this conversation. But just knowing that you can never like be on that level with me again is gonna eat you up, and it has. I've literally told one of my exes like, my relationship is way more important than you. So if it makes my person feel uncomfortable, then I'm not gonna talk to you because
Why would you have to
because that brings me peace. It brings me peace to have control over a situation.
Not to have control over the situation, to have that one up. Her hitting me up.
Yeah, to have that one up and to have
I don't
that.
have to respond to it.
But
I can see what you're
y'all
saying,
on the same
though.
page though.
I can
It's
see.
just different way how you handle things.
Yeah.
How you sleep better
This
at night.
brings me peace. Like being able to be like, okay, you can never get to me on this level, and you're like, you can never get to me on this level. I'm not responding, and this is the same with me.
It's the same thing. Just whatever helps you sleep at night. That's all that is.
Okay. All right. So, female prison officer who has sex with a prisoner in front of 11 inmates is jailed. How does it make you feel?
I'm not surprised.
I mean,
Not surprised.
it doesn't make me feel anyway. It's kind of, it's kind of like weird.
I think
It's kind of sad. Like, why you gotta get an inmate?
But why you gotta like do it in front of 11 people?
But
I think
you a
this is-
free woman.
I think this is this one.
Special County Assistant Sheriff Steve McComas says he's seen and heard some disgusting things in 26 years at the Sheriff's Office, but what his former correctional officer Tina Gonzalez did is at the top of the list.
Cutting a hole in your pants to make it easier to have sex with an inmate
and that an inner course in full view of 11 other inmates is something only a depraved mind can come up with.
McComas says Gonzalez betrayed her oath even worse when she put her fellow correctional officers at risk. She gave the inmate razor blades, a cell phone, and critical jail intelligence.
And at times communicated sensitive information to the inmate about individuals that were entering the inmate's pod. No.
She was getting that pipe. That pipe was
wild,
a good pipe,
bro.
bruh. That pipe it must have been good.
That ain't wild.
It must have been somebody she knew outside before. You think it was somebody she knew before? No.
I mean, it's
a
not.
possibility.
What's wild is it's not the worst jail story I've heard.
Well, okay, it's probably not, but that's still wild.
It is wild, but I've heard I've heard worse. Like from my mother when she did it when we was in Jersey to my brother now. Like I've heard the stories of women.
Oh, you mean when it was a CO?
Yeah, COs.
Okay, I was gonna say, bro, what?
Yeah, when they were COs. When he's still a CO, but yeah.
Right.
When they was like I've heard worse stories.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that surprising doing it in that fashion. None of that.
Jordan?
I'm just thinking. I mean, I have never heard any of these stories per se, but it's surprising. But then it's like she was getting that point. She was in love. Hey. I see it on shows.
In front of 11 other inmates,
See, that's the
thing.
That's what it doesn't give me.
But
that.
she must have been on the job, and then she snuck up in the cell and was cut the hole in the pants. Now I thought it was like she
cut a hole
naked.
in her damn.
Now did she cut her? Like, did she sneak up on a job, or was it like literally she was on shift? And
Yeah,
just
she
cut
was
a
on
hole-
shift. She cut a hole up in
She
her
didn't sneak
pants.
in the cell. She just like put it against the bar, and we on some glory hole type shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's in front of 11 inmates.
Yeah, I'm feeling like
Damn.
I'm saying
like,
that ain't gonna. I'm thinking she, but before you played the clip, I thought she was butt naked.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a hole.
Yeah, if that's smart.
That was.
You didn't know
But
that
she
was
had
butt
12
naked?
niggas that was
No,
on
I
snitch on her.
thought she was butt naked. I didn't know she had cut a
I'm
hole.
pretty sure
worst
you wouldn't
part-
get away with a full-fledged, like, butt naked. Just
I mean,
like-
she could have got caught up in the laundry room with a person.
Yeah, I've heard those stories. The worst part about it is she gave a cell phone and
Yeah,
blades.
razor blades.
That's worse.
That's
than
the worst.
Sex.
That's what
worse
I
than
think.
sex to me. That's like it's like the sex. You probably would have been like a slap on the wrist, get out the fucking prison, go to a different one. It's done before. Don't just know that.
Okay.
So you would have got a slap on the wrist, get out the prison. But once you bring in like drugs and
Yeah, something that can kill somebody.
yeah, once you bring the drugs and the weapons into prison, now
And telling him who's coming in and out.
yeah.
Yeah,
Now
they were
you-
saying, like, confidential shit. Like
Yeah,
they was
like
telling-
now you get the ones. She just having sex with them. You literally go to a different prison.
First of all, how fucking dumb do you have to be? You're telling confidential shit to an inmate who has no loyalty to you. He see the same niggas every fucking day who, you know, he's just dying to tell them what the fuck
Or
he
he
said.
in gangs with people he in jail with.
Bro,
or he been creating gangs.
You have nothing more to do with your entire day. You have 24 hours. If a cop tells you some confidential shit, you know you're gonna tell some fucking body, bro.
What's
No, or are you going like, what if that person was in the opposite gang as that person that's in jail, and then you telling him, and then you bring him razor blades? It's like, what you trying to do?
not only that, but let's say this is the gang leader, like you said. Now you tell him confidential shit like where ex inmate is that he wants to get to.
Or she was saying who was coming in the prison. That's what they said.
Yeah.
So she's telling them that probably that his what is it?
You said
enemies.
You said he was laying that pipe.
Oh, he definitely was.
It ain't even about that. It's about.
It is about that.
It's
You
about-
telling me
it's
I'm gonna be some dumb police officer?
What I'm talking about is this. It's
Yeah,
about
right.
the
I'm gonna have
game
to
he
get
was
that pipe.
spitting.
That pipe
So
gonna
you
have to
thought
be
she
good.
cared more about being outside this summer than actually keeping her job?
I'm talking about the game he was spitting.
Oh, she was outside. She was outside, alright.
Outside the cell, outside the house,
Thanks.
outside everything. And when I'm talking about the game he was spitting, these people see these inmates butt naked. It ain't nothing about the man. Like it's about that game he was spitting. What that man was spitting? That man was on some Romeo and Juliet.
So you think she seen him during shower time and was just like, bro, this nigga's head is touching his knee.
I want to see what the man looked like. I
I
want to see what the man. I mean, they probably ain't got his mug shot up there, but
Probably not, bro. You know this nigga would be smiling like a motherfucker. You say, well, fuck her.
right, I don't care.
Said, I'll see you on the other side, bitch.
The worst part about it, she's not even that bad looking.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Who is it?
Pretty sure she's not. Lord, I can't talk.
She's just like she's like a
Yeah.
just like
She looked like she'd be easily convinced though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like, hey, bitch, turn around. Okay. Alright, we ain't even gonna say that. Still a woman. We respect women on here. Okay. Boogie's book. So, you shared last week, I think all black families need therapy and counseling.
Thanks.
Why all black families?
Because we go through a lot of traumas and maybe things that I guess our parents had to go through that they may be instilled in us that probably isn't sometimes right.
So you think about the typical like.
I think we just go through a lot of traumas in black families as far as health, as far as finances. We were put in a position to lose.
Definitely.
So as far as health, as far as finances, as far as trauma, just black trauma, like as far as, rape, I mean, even family rape, like, I'm not saying it doesn't happen in Caucasian families, but I'm sure just like any other statistic, black families are more affected. Drugs, like, we need therapy. We were put in a position to lose, and instead of going to counseling or something, we might turn to different substances, which might not make us, worse. So I think we all need counseling in some way or form.
Well, yeah, I chose that because I honestly didn't have a rebuttal for that. So what would you say about, and this is the only thing that I would say, what would you say about like the typical black family who they claim they're Republican, you know what I'm saying, support Trump, got a nice house, you know what I'm saying, dad probably a cop or lawyer, some, you know what I'm saying, nice ass shit.
Yeah.
And they're systematically, you know what I'm saying, like programmed to like, okay, I got money now, I can compete with all these white people. And
you still need counseling because that's trauma in itself.
But I'm saying, what about the people who don't feel like that's anything at all? 'Cause I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I had hella fucking money, I'd be off somewhere on a damn golf course with Bermuda shorts on.
No, but trust me, I think you always have that one family member that's gonna be like,
oh yeah, that's my.
That's gonna be no. I'm talking about for them. For them, they always have that family member that's gonna be like, "What are you doing?" Like,
I thought you meant like,
no, on the opposite side.
Okay, I thought you meant like that one family member who's just all uppity and all.
No.
You know. No. On the other side.
I'm just saying, like, you're gonna always have that family member that's on the opposite side that's telling you, and you're gonna have that family member in your family that's also gonna rebuttal all of that. I've always seen it. So I feel like you just I think we all need therapy. My parents are like definitely like no, but
they don't like therapy.
They would say like they don't need therapy. They don't know why would they go to therapy? They don't need it. What's wrong with them? They don't think nothing's wrong with them. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother thing. But I just think we all need it. I think we all need to realize that we have traumas, whether it's finances, whether it's putting your child in a position to lose. Because I know this one girl, her mom did not want her to leave for college. Because she was old, like of course she was older, and I felt like they just needed her there. And that's traumatic. Because you feel like you have to take some of the responsibility.
Well, I know a lot of people
experience.
I know a lot of people who had to like go back home while they were in college.
Financially, for finances. To work.
Financially, because somebody got to. Yeah, I was about to say just anything.
So that's what I'm saying.
That's just sad. Bro.
As a healthcare worker, health is a disparity in the black community. Finances. I mean, drugs were put in. They were actually put in the ghettos, like back in the day, because that's what we turn to. If we can't provide for our family, we can't have a good job, we know dope is gonna bring it in or whatever's gonna bring it in. That's systematically put into. I mean, we was born to lose. We were getting fed chitlins and the leftovers.
Oh, now I eat chitlins.
No. I'm not saying it's wrong.
Oh, you don't?
Hell no.
Well, you not all black, Jack.
I'm not saying it's
I'm
wrong.
also from the north, you southern fuck.
I'm not saying it's wrong by no means, but I'm saying we've been systematically oppressed. From healthcare to finances to what we eat to, it's a lot that affects it. So if a person has to come home, it's probably because of finances or health problems. Because black people are and I always say this, we're number one in everything. Black people are, you know, at a higher risk for diabetes, a higher risk for blood pressure, a higher risk for everything else in the world. We need therapy. It's traumatic, and some of the times, and as younger people or like the next generation, we need to be knowledgeable and try to make changes. Period. We need therapy. Don't be opposed. Don't be opposed.
That's dope. All right. Last things. Freaking idiot of the week. Edward Cagney Matthews.
I don't know nothing about it.
You don't know nothing about it. All right. Let me see if you heard this.
In downtown Fresno, Corn Hunter, ABC 30, Action News.
The big story in Action News is the anger and outrage.
Damn, I had the wrong damn part.
Interaction between neighbors. Protesters gathered outside of a home in Mount Laurel today after a man was captured on video shouting offensive and racist slurs at his neighbors. The man now faces harassment and biased intimidation charges. Action reporter Christy Leto is live in Mount Laurel tonight with the full story. Christy.
That's right, Rick, and you can also add assault to those charges. Now, police have actually pushed us a ways back from the scene, but it's still very active, and that is because after they took Edward Matthews into custody, his home and some adjacent homes were actually vandalized. Police have confirmed to us that they've received complaints about Matthews before, and some residents feel this could have been avoided had it been addressed in the past.
Flanked by a large crowd of protesters calling for his arrest, Edward Cagney Matthews walked out of his home surrounded by Mount Laurel police. Water bottles and ice were hurled at Matthews and the officers, who essentially shielded him from the projectiles.
It was a difficult situation to extract him, but unfortunately some of the crowd made it much more dangerous for everybody.
As the squad car left the Essex Place complex, officers in riot gear moved in. Matthews is the man now charged with bias, intimidation, and assault, stemming from a now viral video that shows him nonchalantly hurling the N-word multiple times at his neighbors. New video even details the moments before it escalated, showing him knocking on his neighbor's door, demanding the husband come out and speak with him.
I have every right to be here. See your husband.
When another neighbor interceded on the couple's behalf, that's when it exacerbated. Most of the video too graphic to play.
We're not Africa. Oh, this is I was born in America.
How many of us could show the restraint that this gentleman did, and he didn't deserve that. Nobody should ever feel unsafe or intimidated or discriminated against in their own house.
There is nothing that I'm going to be able to say that's going to justify me using the words that I use. Whatever I need to do to make the community and the world at this point, see how big it is? Understand that I made a mistake, allow me the ability to move forward, just like we all deserve.
Police confirm that they've received complaints about Matthews before. This woman didn't want to show her face, but said...
That was enough for me. Everybody want to play the, oh my gosh, I didn't mean to do it, after they did it.
Well, here's the thing about the clip, and I watched that, and I wish, like, I
didn't watch it. I didn't even think. I thought it was something funny, but because people kept sharing him, sure he had a green shirt on, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I didn't watch the video. It's been going, but I never clicked on it.
Well, I only watched it. I can't watch shit that's just like it turns into some like all those videos that you see on Facebook. It'd be like do whatever to see the video, and you gotta like actually click the shit, and it'd be like somebody getting shot. I can't watch that in full.
I think I can watch that better than somebody telling me to go back to Africa or like.
Well, see, that was the thing about
I get angry
in the middle of the clip, and I don't even know if they like referenced this, but he put his address in there. Like when he was going on this little rant, somebody obviously was like recording on their phone, and he said his address. A whole bunch of niggas pulled up.
But my thing is, now he's sorry, so now he plays victim. I mean, we even experienced that in the professional world. They'll send an email that's kind of raunchy, and then you go back in full throttle, and then they all of a sudden, oh my god, I didn't mean. Nah, you meant what you said. Stand on that. Bet that.
Bro, but the fact that when he was,
that's how people did.
When he was taken away, everybody just started slinging shit at him.
Nah, good.
That is good, but
I'm tired of it at this point.
You're tired of it, but like in Jersey though, why the fuck does it keep happening in all these weird ass states like Minnesota? I think that was where
cool. Yeah,
I think that was where George Floyd happened, wasn't it? Yeah. Jersey, all these states that like, I'm not gonna say y'all didn't have to go through racism, you know, but Slavery.
More
Well, Minnesota wasn't even,
tolerant.
during that period of time, the 13 college, yada yada. So Minnesota wasn't even a part of that. But New Jersey
Oh damn,
was
niggas
part
say
of
y'all not even a state, bro.
not at that time. So not at this point in time. But New Jersey's part of that melting pot area. You can find some of the coolest.
But I'm
guys,
pretty
you can
sure
find some
he's
of the worst.
probably originated from the South and moved to New Jersey.
Oh
Hell no.
Probably.
Not the cost of living up there. Not the way they do taxes.
I don't know,
why he's still
depending
up there.
on how
I
much
don't
you
know,
make.
bro. He can probably have some sweet tea at least once in his lifetime.
I'm not saying now. I'm not saying, but I'm talking about. You don't
But
want
as
to
a
retire.
cop, though, he
You don't
probably
want-
makes more.
He wasn't a cop, was he?
No.
No.
Oh, I thought you said he was a cop.
No, it was the cop that was talking before. that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like he ain't you're not retiring in New Jersey. I promise you that.
Definitely not. It's expensive. I think it costs like $600,000 just to have a decent house. Here it costs like maybe $250,000.
Oh, it is. My sister and them looking. I'm talking about like I'm talking about 720, 840.
Yeah.
When you the same house down here, same jump
Probably
with more land will be like 280.
Yeah.
I'm that's like current things right now. So yeah, you're not looking for a place in New Jersey to retire.
I don't know, but I was just saying.
I don't think that
It's
he's
fine.
probably looking to retire anytime soon. The asshole might need to get retired after he gets sent to prison. They gonna fuck him up. Anyways, y'all ready to be done with
Think he'll
this?
get sent to prison?
Yes.
I don't.
Or jail. Either
Yeah,
way.
but it'd be out. I mean, jail could get fucked up, but it'd be out.
This nigga will be on 60 days in.
Pretty much. They'll probably protect him too.
Thanks.
Yeah, you know how they do.
You probably won't protect him.
Y'all ready to be done?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Niggas barely hit an hour.
This thing was good, and it's got me feeling great. Not like too great, but like.
Hey, yo, facts.
Like
Facts.
I can do that.
Hey, midway through, I turned to Wiz and was like, yo, this shit right. I was
Like make you feel like.
Like I was in that motherfucker, I felt my head tilt back and said, I can just chill.
I can see clearly now. The rain is.
Alright, let me go to my granny's.
Alright.
I'm about to get out here too.
Drive safe.
Alright.
You guys drive safe.
Thank you.
Alright.
And I appreciate this.
I know, I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
them junks. Yeah, them junks.
You want some money for it? 'Cause I took two. We took two. You sure?
Alright, Wisdom and
Hey,
Tariq. Y'all have a
right.
great weekend. Be safe, whatever y'all do.
Cash on that one. Don't cash out me
Go to the
that
bathroom.
Don't cash out me that money.
Okay.
Give it to Wisdom. It's for me and Jordan's drinks.
Tariq, why ain't no light?
You need light bulbs too then?
No. No, like where?
In the bathroom.
Oh, niggas done set the breaker off. Why you turn on, was the fan going?
I turned it off.